Hi everybody, this is Quit Sleeping, and I wanted to send this video out today because I just went on the FEMA website today to look at a few things. I was looking up some of these new preparedness kind of acts and stuff, different things that are going on, and seeing what they're saying about it, and downloading some PDFs and stuff to prove to people who don't believe a lot of these things that I've been telling them. And one of the things that I've noticed, they have this section here called the Federal Disaster Declaration. And it says major disasters in the United States, and it has all of them for this year. And the last one was 1205 in New Hampshire. There's so many on this list, I can't even begin. There's so many things listed here as a major disaster. And now this is a key thing people don't always understand, is a lot of these different executive orders and continuity of government program orders and all these things that take away our rights. The newest one that just came out that suppresses, that says they can lock American citizens up for indefinitely, for terrorism. It also tells later on in there, certain natural disasters. Also, they can place people in these these camps. Basically, they've got a lot of these continuity of government type of programs out there. That will totally strip us down of our basic rights and our Constitution. And so we've probably noticed that a lot of times you'll hear on the news, state of emergency. Governor blah 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 declares a state of emergency for whatever event that might be happening, and they're getting looser and looser and looser with that term. And obviously, I didn't realize how bad it was. I just noticed in California they would say that a lot. But now here we got a list of the entire United States for the whole year and how many times they declared a major disaster. Now, when that's declared, like I said, the president can then go in and they can give federal money, and that's really the key here. Okay, so a state has an event. Okay. Well, if they don't call it a major disaster or a state of emergency, they don't get federal funding. So if they do, though, then it means that they'll be allowed to get federal money, and FEMA will come in and help. Obviously that's great for any state, because that means less money they have to take out of their budget. And for instance, I'm in California. Our budget's really hurt. So anything that we can do to prevent that is possible, and same with other states. So that's the reason it's financially motivated to want states to do that. But then the trade-off is then the federal government during that state of emergency has rights. It can put it under a number. I mean, it's probably about 10 different executive orders and continuity of government, PDD 51, all these different things that will allow them to come in and do whatever they want, basically. So here's a list on their website, and this is on www.fema.gov/news/disasters.fema. So this is on their website. You guys can all check it out yourself. I'm just going to go through to make you understand how bad this really is. The last one was 1205, New Hampshire, severe storm and snowstorm. And in each one of these, if you go into it, it says that federal aid programs were given to the state, and then the president declared it a disaster. Okay, so there we got New Hampshire. We got 1130 New Jersey, severe storm. 1123 New Mexico, flooding. 1117 Connecticut, severe storm. 1117 Virginia, remnants of tropical storm Lee. Remnants. 1108 District of Columbia, earthquake. 1108 Vermont, severe storms and flooding. Virginia, earthquake. 1104 1028 Louisiana, tropical storm Lee. 1018 Puerto Rico, tropical storm Maria. 1005 Maryland, remnants of Tropical Storm Lee. 9:30 Delaware, Hurricane Irene. 9:28 District of Columbia, Hurricane Irene. 9:23 Kansas, flooding. 9:16 Maryland, Hurricane Irene. 9:15 New Jersey, severe storms and flooding. 9:13 Maine, Tropical Storm Irene. New York, remnants of Tropical Storm Lee. And so it goes on and on and on. Wildfires, hurricanes, flooding. Now, I don't remember anything in this last year in our country besides some of those serious tornadoes that were really causing, and the fires. And those were the two things that I know that were, if you could call them for sure, especially in Texas, the fires, a disaster, a major disaster. But most of this stuff, and you probably never even heard of half of this stuff because it wasn't a big deal. And the idea here is that they're calling it a major disaster, again, for federal money, and then so the federal government and president can come in and have powers over it. So they're getting us used to the idea of this state of emergency thing, and this is just what happened in Hurricane Katrina, and then the military was allowed to come in. And actually, they were telling homeowners they couldn't go to their home. They had curfew hours. They were arresting people that had guns, protecting their homes. It's this kind of attitude that really is scary, and we need to be aware of it. And we need to talk to our congressmen and our governors and stuff and say, look, I understand that you're getting federal money, but we're not willing to give up our rights and the Constitution to be able to get this money. So always money is the bait, for most of the stuff that they do with us to try to take our rights. And I want you guys to be aware of that. For people that are with me here in California, the good thing is that we only had maybe 2, I think, this whole last year where we declared. One was on, from that stuff that happened in Japan when we got the tsunami waves hit over there in where was that, in Santa Cruz or something like that, and so that was listed. Then we had winter storms, flooding, debris, and mud flows back on 1/26, and I think then there was also the fires that happened too, like I was mentioning, the forest fires. So California, we're not there much, but we're there. And remember, anytime that stuff happens during the state of emergency, basically we are open and susceptible for a government power grab. So be aware, keep learning, keep questioning, and looking into it yourself. People, thank you very much.